So that at least people think for them, giving people enough time. When you look at those conditions, the one that is toughest to win is the Apple Stadium. Probably to kind of extend the time. 200 million bank guarantee and the benchmark. I can tell you that even though that it's taking so long to start, we're about to start. By the 27th of this month, 27th of this
The voice of the sports minister, Sunday Diary this afternoon. Of course, talking specifically about the return of the Nigerian Professional Football League. Speaking yesterday at the press conference in Lagos on the 27th of December. Talking about next week, Sunday, the Nigerian League will be back. And of course, we're looking at the league coming back to play on board after so many waits. Will it come back to life, really? As he has said, well, we have to wait till next week. But then there are so many logistics, so many things surrounding the league itself. And we will discuss, take a breakdown and see the possibility, the feasibility of the league coming back to live next week, Sunday. And of course, welcome aboard to another edition of Sports Drill right here on Pensioners 106.7 FM at Barry Gonireke in the city of Ibadan. This is a program that's dedicated to simply Nigerian sports. Take it from football, basketball, athletics, talk about it. This is where we discuss mainly just everything Nigerian sports. And of course, it promises to be another exciting time because it's been a week of action. Of course, even right here in Oyo State, it's been a week of action. And of course, this weekend as well, action. Also in the Nigerian Women League as well, action. So today is a loaded package. I just hope we can cover as much ground as we can. I won't be doing it this alone, like you know, because I've got my partner in the building. I've got Idris Abiola also here with me. Good afternoon, Idris.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Raymond. Good afternoon, dear esteemed listener. How are you doing? How is it going at your end? Pretty much excited again to be here to do what we know how to do best. Sport drill, yes, we're ready to go, Raymond. We just hope that we have a very interesting session right here on the program.
Definitely very interesting session. I'm even looking at the time, and I don't know. Should we even start for MPFL before we come back to your state? Because I look at.
Really, I think the top on our list has got to be the new development coming from the mouth of the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport Development in the country, Mr. Sunday Diary, saying that the Nigeria Professional Football League will start on the 27th of December, the year 2020. I mean, he was making that statement yesterday when he inspected the National Stadium, Surulere, right there in Lagos State. You know, he went there to inspect the pitch because, as we speak, the stadium is under renovation. Renovation. And going by the words of the minister, I mean, that has got to be completed before May 2021.
He said the stadium will be ready. 2021 as well.
So, talking about the MPFL, well, Raymond, the minister said yesterday, but I have something in contrary to that. Now, on Thursday, the LMC had a meeting together with club owners and the people, stakeholders, as you say, as it concerns Nigerian football. And it was agreed that on the 29th of December will be the day of annual general meeting. And you know the way things work, you know how the system works. Before you can have a league, there must be an AGM, annual general meeting, that precedes the commencement of the league.
Definitely, to plan the logistics and everything.
They said the AGM is to come up on the 29th of December. Now, yesterday, the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sport, Mr. Sunday Dare, came out to say that the league would commence on the 27th of December. Now, have they done the AGM that we don't know as we speak? I mean, if the league is supposed to start on the 27th of December, that means, are they trying to say that they would forgo the AGM this time around? I mean, a lot of confusion.
That's what I said. Raymond. So much logistics into this thing, Idris. Just like you said, the AGM should come up next week. I mean, next week, right there in Ogun State, Abeokuta. And it is in that age yesterday, Sport Minister came on board and said, league started on the 7th.
Though he gave his reasons, he said they have been doing consultations with so many football stakeholders in the country. He said he spoke with the NFF president, Amajumeve Pinnick, on 2 occasions. In fact, he even said that he spoke with him yesterday before he went to Lagos to inspect the pitch of the national stadium right there in Tolulope. But then you want to say that, is it only Amajumeve Pinnick that you are supposed to meet
to speak with
before you arrive at such a very vital date as far as Nigerian football is concerned?
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of things you need to look at. The same sport minister came out to give us like 3-4 different dates as it's concerned the National Sport Festival that turned out to be, false. At the end of the day, he came out to say, okay, the NSF will commence on the 14th of February to the 21st. Now, we are looking forward to that. We do hope that one will go down as he has said it. But then, Raymond, a lot of things, I'm not sure the clubs were being briefed before he even came out to mention that yesterday.
I mean,
we have entered the second wave of coronavirus pandemic. Now, these clubs have not been briefed before now. I'm sure most of them will only get to know that yesterday when he said it. And you have not given them enough time to prepare ground for themselves. How many of these clubs have undergone coronavirus testing? How many of them are even sure that their players will be legitimate enough to even partake
according to
in the coming season?
He said all clubs must fulfill the licensing and every other thing before the league can start. Today is 19th for Canada, Idris. And the sport minister is coming out to say the league is starting when no meeting has been held. Calling the NFF president, I don't understand. The same thing they did last season when we jump-started the league.
In fact, many resolutions that they came up with. Just some minutes before we started the program this afternoon, I got to know that they are already earmarked a certain amount of money for as prizes for the for winners of the league and runners up and what have you. But I think that a lot of things are going on the ground that we do not know about, Raymond. You recall that he was saying the same thing. I think sometimes a couple of months back, he was saying it that the league will commence given so many dates that were nowhere to be found. We didn't even see anything, but I still feel there is something missing as far as sport administration is concerned in Nigeria.
See, Idris, I was talking. I don't know if I was talking to a friend. I can't understand. I've forgotten. The role of the sport minister putting mouth inside the league should not be it. Inside the league, maybe a bit of Super Eagles, but then I think for me it's really going beyond this line. I mean, if I will use that one, because you just. The league is owned by LMC. I know it could. I know the way things run in Nigeria. NFF LMC should have come out and sit down to decide how they want to run this league. But all of a sudden, the sport minister is the one giving us dates.
In fact, Raymond, you are very, very correct. Absolutely. The way it should work. This is the way it should work, Raymond. Now, the LMC is in charge of the league.
Yes.
Now, the LMC should have met with the NFF to decide a particular date for the commencement of the league. They will now take it to the sport ministry, where they will sit down again, that the sport ministry or the sport minister, wherever it is now, will now confirm that date.
Simple.
Will give approval for the commencement of the league. That is how it should be. That is not the minister coming out to state in clear terms the date for the resumption of the league.
27th of December.
It shouldn't be. We should hear
there is no preparation on candidates
from the LMC or from the NFL.
Not from the owners of the league, not from the organizers. We hear from just one man.
Sincerely, according to reports, many of the players of these clubs, many of them are even home as we speak, because there's no clear indication that the league will commence.
We've received how many dates now? I think it's from November.
Like 3.
from November it moved to December 6 or
6
13. Now
13.
it moved to 20.
Three dates.
And now we're having 27. I'm trying to see the visibility of that league starting next week. And not to forget that they want us to stream this thing live.
In fact, according to report again, they said they have consulted many stakeholders, inclusive Red Strike Media inclusive, so that they can have that the league broadcast some to stream online and all of that. In fact, they are even planning to bring on board traditional TV networks here in Nigeria. Maybe they can show, quite a few number of games as regards the MPFL. But I think this is not feasible, just like you said. It's not feasible because you look at it's not an easy task to plan for a league season. We know
you don't plan for a league in a week.
I mean, is it up to a week? When you are
no, I'm not saying no. Today is Saturday. It's a week. Actually, you don't plan for a league for a week. I mean, let me just read out the proposed prize money: 75 million naira for the winner, 50 for the first runner up, and 35 million for the second runner up, which is the top place team. And look at it. How did they come about this? Really? The last time a team received money in MPF has to go back to 2016 or 2017.
Well, really.
So whether this is audio or video, we don't know now.
Well, really, I think one thing that the sports minister actually hammered yesterday when he was talking again was that registration, and he even said it that even if it is only 6 clubs that meet up with the requirements, definitely they are ready to go with it. And he also gave example of the NWFL.
You should forget that thing. Only give us any
really,
bad guy.
Really, if you listen to him speak, he said that
I will play the concluding part definitely of that interview, but then I'll keep talking.
He said that if you look at what the NWFL has been able to do now, that they adhere strictly to the provisions of the LMC and FF as regards club licensing and registration, and we saw it's like the likes of Adamawa Queens and Sunshine Queens. Adamawa Queens and one other club, they were not able to partake due to inefficiency as far as
and they were demoted.
And they were demoted to the second division. So just like we have seen, and that is exactly what the sport minister is trying to say, that look, if you're not ready to adhere strictly by our rules and our laws, you won't be part of the incoming season. And he even said it that he knows that most of these clubs are being held by state government. But look, we are not ready to play them this time around. We are ready to see sport more than a mere recreation. We want to see sport as business in Nigeria, and that is what he has been saying. But then you look at the way they have been going about it.
If you are going to see sport as business, if you are going to see sport as something, worthwhile that can give something back to the society, you don't come yesterday and tell me you're going to have a league next week Sunday.
You look at the people we put at the helms of affairs in this part of the world, and you look at what you are trying to plan for. You are planning for a league season.
This is
teams, or more than 20 teams.
We're talking about something like 5, 6, 7 months.
Number of games will be played.
More than we're looking at 420 games.
Because in fact now you want to say that they should come back. The league should resume on the 27th of December, and you're just saying it a week.
I don't even know if we have fixtures. Do we even have fixtures?
They released like 2 fixtures for
2 matches. Yeah, I remember.
I think sometimes in a couple of months back.
A
couple of months back, and
I
don't even know why we don't see fixtures.
Now, Idris, if the league is going to start next week, for instance, you play match 1. Well, it doesn't take them anything to do the fixture. They can wake up tomorrow morning and put things together.
Raymond, one thing we should know is that most of the club owners, they know themselves, and they belong to this echelon of people who are always at the top. They know themselves. They are football administrators. Many of them are also part of the NFF committee members. So what are we talking about? They know what to do. I could remember there were a lot of issues that we had, I think, during the last MPFL season.
Definitely.
Where club owners will come and meet. They will say, okay, look, this is the way we want to
end the league. This is what, at the end of the day,
these are people that should not be part of the NFF. Fine. Even in abroad, in the EPL, you get to see club coming together. In the EPL, they cannot abide by any rule made by IFAB. They cannot adopt it before. In fact, what they do is that before they can imbibe or adopt any rule by IFAB,
they agree. They sit and agree.
14 clause must be in support.
They vote.
They vote. 14 clause must vote in favor of that before they can adopt it or imbibe it. That is what they do in the EPL. But here, you see people who own club being part of the NFF committee. It's not supposed to be.
Let's listen to the last version of the something that you're speaking about the Nigerian Premier Professional Football League.
And the point is, it's not a question of Christmas or New Year. We agree, let's get this started. In some countries, they play games. There are so many countries that will have their athletes in camp during Christmas and New Year. Even in this country, we've had it. But I think we need to get it started. We're working with NFF as updating us. After this meeting, I'm going to have another meeting tomorrow with NFF to examine what can start, what needs to be done. We just need to get started. We need to get along the way.
So the last part of Sunday Diary, at the press conference yesterday, MPFL.
Yeah, if you listen to the last part, he said he was going to have another meeting.
Yeah, tomorrow. That's today?
That's today with the NFF president, Amajumebe Pinnick. Where we just hope that something good and something nice comes out of that meeting.
What is that something good?
Something good in terms of their preparation, really.
Preparation for a week.
We know that we have entered the second wave of COVID-19 already, and for them to have said that the league can commence as they have proposed, but right about now, Raymond, I said it earlier on that I see no. There's no possibility in it. It's not feasible.
I'm trying to look at it as well, but Nigeria is a funny country. They will just jumpstart this league anyhow, like they did last season. They jumpstarted the league, and of course they can still jumpstart the league again this season. But then while we're talking about that, something just occurred to me. The NNL. There's no talk about it at all.
The most important thing, the league in Nigeria.
You are the one that said that one.
No, that is what everybody knows.
I don't know. But you tell me.
When what's the name? I'm Ignis. When we called him right here.
He said that's the most important.
Okay.
He said this year? No, that was
last year, I think. Last year or
this year.
Okay.
This year
2020.
Yeah.
He said the most important league in Nigeria. Why I think why they are saying that is that
because it promotion
it serves as the feeder league, feeder league, and that is why they say the NNL is the most important league in Nigeria. But really, nothing much cannot be said.
So football stakeholders will laugh when you say NNL is it should be the most important. But the way it is as you speak, it's because we are not even hearing anything.
Emphasis is always on
the MPFL. That's it, and so that's why it's always been like the NNL. Well.
But it can happen. Don't forget that when they even came up with this idea of bringing about the MPFL season, they said that 15 days after, it shouldn't exit 15 days after the commencement
before the
NNL can come. So we cannot even talk about the NNL because the MPFL is yet to resume.
The MPFL is yet to resume. Definitely, we cannot just talk about the NNL. And quickly moving away from the MPFL, I think we spent so much time. Then we go to the NWFL, Nigeria Women Football League. Of course, going down already kicked off. We have 2 match days, and of course, we've got results and all the reactions for you this afternoon on Sports Drill. I think that's the only thing working permanently when it comes to football matters as far as the national level is concerned. I don't know if people are happy with Super Eagles. I don't know if people are happy with Kenneth Trump. I don't know if people are happy with NFF or LMC or MPFL, but I definitely know, if not all, a larger chunk of Nigerians will be happy with the NWFL, Nigeria Women Football League. And I've served all that. They said it, they did it, and of course they are up to it. 2 matches played already. We also got the team of the week here for you. And of course, all the results as it happened on match day 2. There was a certain gift who had an hat-trick. going straight to the NWFL, Nigeria Women Premier League, NWPL. Right about now, of course, we got games and, of course, results of matches that are played down. Maybe this will take us to all those ones before we go straight to the, team of the week as well. And, of course, fixtures of the next set of matches.
Yes, very importantly, the week 2 fixtures of the 2020-2021 NWFL Premiership, of course, was played across 7 centers on Wednesday, 16th of December 2020, with 21 goals. Raymond, 2 away wins, 4 home wins, and a draw were recorded. And of course, you want to say that FC Robo Queens will not stop winning in this one after playing 2 rounds of games. They won both games, and they're on 6 points as we speak, because the last game that was played on Wednesday, FC Robo Queens defeated Osun Babes with 3-1 at the Legacy Football Pitch in National Stadium, Surulere, Lagos. Of course, just like you said, Money Gift scored a trick in that one. He scored all 3 goals for FC Robo Queens. Of course, the Royal Queens also defeated Abia Angels 1-0. Raymond, that game specifically was very, very difficult game. Of course, Rosemary Adesina scored in the 73rd minute of that encounter to ensure the maximum 3 points for Royal Queens in that one. Of course, for Paul Mene, who happens to be the coach of Royal Queens, he was able to record his first victory in the NWFL Premiership. So fantastic one for Coach Paul Mene in that one. Dreamstar ladies, they started underwhelmingly this season, Raymond. They lost again. They lost at home to Edo Queens by a lone goal at the Agege Township Stadium in Lagos. Of course, not too good one for them, because it was actually their captain, Juliet Emeriole, who scored an own goal in that one to ensure that Edo Queens were able to get the maximum 3 points away from home, even at the Agege Township Stadium, Lagos. Rivers Angels, how about Rivers Angels? They won emphatically 6-2 over Delta Queens.
Biggest win
the biggest win of the week. And the jewel of Rivers, as they popularly call them, recorded that one. A comprehensive victory for them. Sunshine Queens defeated Confluence Queens 2-0 at the Ondo State Sports Complex. Pelican Stars, and Ibom Angels shared the spoils in that one. 1-0 it ended. Nobody was able to get the maximum 3 points in that one. Nasarawa Amazons lost at home to Bayelsa Queens FC 2-1. Not too good result for them too, but then just have to move on. But something happened. This game is I think it's a deja vu, because last season too, even at home, Nasarawa Amazon lost at home to Bayelsa Queens by the same scoreline, 2-1. So, quite a number of interesting results coming from the match day 2 of the NWFL. But of course, like I said, it was a fixture. It's a fixture that you just want to watch again. Across 7 centers, Raymond, like I said earlier on, 28 goals were scored, 2 away wins were recorded, 4 home wins were recorded, and a draw was also recorded.
Of course, you've heard that all the results are coming from match day 2, and of course, looking at the weekly scale, the next round of games coming up this Wednesday, December 23, and of course, I'll quickly run down of all the fixtures as it will happen. Match day 3 of the NWFL: Confluence Queens against Nasarawa Amazons, Bayelsa Queens at home against Robo Queens, Delta Queens against Sunshine Queens, Ibom Angels against Royal Queens, Edo Queens against Rivers Angels, Osun Babes against Pelican Stars, and of course, Abia Angels against Dreamstar Ladies. We were talking about Osun Babes last weekend, on Tuesday.
I was asking you that would they be able to give their best?
They didn't. They
Given
lost.
That they are being held backlog of salaries.
And unfortunately for them, they lost definitely. They lost, and they will be at home against Pelican Stars. Osun Babes, Pelican Stars. Both of them are being owed money.
We'll see how it goes.
Morale will be low.
But I think for anybody that will be playing at home, I think they should find solace in that. The fact that you have I'm not sure fans are being allowed into the stadium, but then the fact that you are playing on your own home ground should be a kind of maybe encouragement for you, at least.
Encouragement without the cash?
You want to. I think your integrity, your what is it called now? First, you don't want to lose at home.
You don't want to lose at home.
You don't want.
When were you no day?
You still want to hold that. It's something, even
but it's something. Yes, you don't want to lose at home, but this is sport. You are doing a job. You are doing your job.
You're not being paid.
And you're not being paid. Where will you find the morale?
But as players, there will be a time where all of us will gather together and you start saying that the other time we came to your house, we defeated you at home, 3-0. So you won't want that to happen to you.
And you think that was still the work?
That is what you want to protect.
That was still the work. Okay, quickly, the team of the week. I mean, for match day 2, second week of the NWFL. I mean, packed with entertaining games, and of course, with loads of goals. 21 goals, like you heard from Idris, while he recorded 3 away wins, 4 wins, and a draw. Of course, 1 draw just between Pelican Stars and Ibom Angels in Calabar. It's excitement, a midweek of excitement and fun. I've definitely, this time around, Bayelsa Queen I think a lot of players right there, they are well represented. Of course, with 3 selections in the team of the week. Of course, we have their goalkeeper of Bayelsa Queens, Monley Omini. I mean, who is the goalkeeper for the week right there. And of course, the defenders have to be Glory Headed of Conference Queens at right back. And of course, Miracle Joseph of Bayelsa Queens at left back. Onye Busi, goodness of, Sunshine Queens defensive midfield. Ugo Njoku, Rivers Angels at central back. Becky Ajadi of Royal Queens centre back. While moving straight to the forward, Bume Kera of Rivers Angels. And John Mary of Bayelsa Queens and Dominance of Dumbanjo of Delta Queens, while the last 2 actually see Anoluwapo Salisu of Dreamstar Ladies, and of course Monday Gift of FC Robo Queens, who got an hat-trick last time out, leading the forward line.
Yeah, I haven't even checked the list you just wrote about. I was expecting that maybe you would omit Monday Gift. I was expecting that you won't say Monday Gift. So I would have loved the question.
How do you score an hat-trick and you will be included in the team? No. How do you want to do that one? Monday Gift definitely, possibly even the player of the week for getting an hat-trick in that one. I mean, fantastic. So NWFL is serving us excitement. If the NPFL is doing what they know how to do best, that is I don't want to use the word disappointing, but then anyhow they want to do it. Like I was telling someone, if the NPFL is not ready, then you can just make do with the NWFL and just enjoy the game. And of course, pity we don't.
But it's just that the publicity, the awareness is not enough, and that
for
is
the
why,
NWFL.
For the NWFL.
Oh.
But just like we said it last weekend on the show, that the website is okay. It's very, very functional.
Fantastic.
You get updates from it from time to time.
Definitely.
Team of the week, player of the week,
fixtures,
the results of last games, and all of those things you get on the NWFL website. So they're doing a lot to ensure that they improve the standard of the league. And I think Aisha Falode and her crew has been doing fantastically well to better the image of the NWFL.
To better the image of the NWFL, and to add more to that, Moses Aduku, the coach of Bayelsa Queens, definitely the coach of the week as well. So that is that on NWFL. And once again, of course, Bayelsa Queens against Robo Queens, Delta Queens against Sunshine Queens, Ibom Angels against Royal Queens, Edo Queens against Rivers Angels, Osho Babes against Pelican Stars, and of course, Abia Angels against Dreamstar Ladies right here in Umaya. That is match day 3 of the NWFL. Okay, 12:30 already. And of course, we're going to be moving with boxing pretty soon. And of course, we'll be having a guest live. The big one coming up next week on Sunday, talking about Ridwan Adekola, popularly known as Scorpion. The World Boxing Bout. And of course, we'll be having his promoter on phone this afternoon as we talk about the fight, what to expect. Is Ridwan ready? Of course, will he actually get the victory over his Argentine opponent? It was supposed to be a Spaniard going by the name Savon, but because of COVID-19 protocol, it wasn't. He won't be able to come for the fight because according, maybe we have to wait for Tolulope to explain everything why the fighter was changed. Actually,
yeah, really.
Shola, who happens to be his promoter, I mean, Ridwan Yekola's promoter now, has been doing a lot to ensure that this one go down. And I mean, very interestingly, it's going to go down in the ancient city of Ibadan again. I think it's over 50 years now that we had the first one. And I mean, the whole of Ibadan cannot wait. The whole of Ibadan cannot wait. And very interestingly, Raymond, another time for us to just ensure that we rally around our very, very own Ridwan Oyekola, who everybody knows as Scorpion. Scorpion. Yeah, okay. I think we have Shola on the line.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. You are. Okay. You are live on Pensioners 106.7 FM. Okay, yeah, good to have you on board definitely this afternoon. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? 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 Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Trying to get back to Shola for. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, my brother.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm cool. I'm fine.
Cool and fine. Can the world just know who we are speaking with? Apparently, this is Pensioners 106.7 FM. You're welcome live.
All right. My name is Olushola Ayodele, popularly known as Shola Ford. I'm the promoter. I'm the CEO of Africa Boxing Promotion that is bringing Handball Boxing Federation to Nigeria here and live in Ibadan on 27th of December 2020 Ibadan. And our boxer from Argentina.
Okay.
Lucas Montentino.
Okay, thank you so much. Looking forward to that. But first of all, it was supposed to be a Spaniard. I really should have fought. I mean, should have fight with a Spaniard. But then, why come the change to an Argentine all of a sudden?
Well, due to the pandemic presently in Spain, and Spain sport administration decided not to allow any of his sportsmen, not boxers alone, any of his sportsmen to leave their country to any part of the country. So we now started, looking for another that is capable enough. The best is Campbell.
Yeah.
So we have to look for a suitable boxer that is capable enough to fight our only one Scorpion Nicola. So when we started looking at the rating here and there, we now saw a box to fight, to vie for the vacant belt.
Okay.
So due to the pandemic in Spain, the boxers from Spain will not come over to Nigeria again.
Okay, now looking at it, due to the pandemic, we couldn't have the Spaniards. Now, and just like you said, when you check the ranking, you needed someone who can fill in the gap for him, and of course, you find an Argentine.
Yes.
looking at it
Yes.
now, let's break it down. The Argentine, is he a tougher opponent or a lesser opponent to the Spaniards?
Well, when we check the record between the Argentine and our real one, his fight is even more than real one because he's a top fighter as well, and then he's a person that is capable enough to face real one. Based on their present rating, his rate is more than that of real one. Our own. Initially, we supposed not to allow him to come and face real one here, but you know. Yoruba will say ọmọ akínníwá a kì í ṣojo and then ogun Obadori. So our boxer Yerino was like, no, let him come. Even if we have 10,000 winning, he's ever ready for him. Anytime, any day they call the fight, he's ready to face him. And I want to thank God. I want to thank Nigeria. I want to thank Oyo State. I want to thank government of Oyo State. I want to thank engineer Dr. Sanusi for the great support they have done. Even for this boy. And then, to the glory of God, I'm talking to you now. We just left training ground. We just left our gym. Anyone is in top form and is capable enough, more than capable, to face the Argentines.
More than capable. So, according to you now, even this fighter is more top rank than Ridwan, but then Ridwan is so sure that come what may next week is going to get this fight and going to get the victory.
Yes, for sure. For sure. I'm assuring Nigeria once more that they should put their mind at rest. This one is going to give a world-class show that night. And they will see the best of you and Scorpion Leokola. He has done it in the past and he will do it again. You know, this is what title that is involved. Yes. And I want to assure the rest of country, not even only Nigeria now, Africa at large, that our son, Scorpion Leokola, is going to do us proud. And people will know that indeed we have a fighter in Ibadan here. And then I'm saying it again categorically that really one will put Ibadan in world map of boxing. As I said it again, he's putting Ibadan in boxing world map. And people will know that indeed there's international fighter, there's a world title fighter, there's a world beater here in Ibadan.
Okay, I mean, looking at this is the first time in 50 plus years we'll be having this kind of a fight here in the city of Ibadan. How did you manage to pull down the fight, to bring down the fight to the city of Ibadan? How did you manage that? I mean, it could have been away from Ibadan, it could have been Lagos, it could have been Abuja, but then it's happening right here in your state. How many did you pull down that? Did you pull that?
Well, I give all the glory to God. It is God's doing. If you could remember, the last fight of this magnitude happened 1963 in Liberty Stadium. In Ibadan.
Yes.
And in Ibadan, 1963, about 57 years ago, between the Tiger versus the Tiger versus Fullman. That's what Fullman. That was 1963, and all of us we knew that Fullman is not Yoruba man. He's from Akwa Ibom. But the governor of Western Region then now put the deal between the Tiger and Fullman. So when we now check the record for the past 57 years, nothing of the nature happened in Ibadan. Yes. And when we saw the vacant belt, our company called AfriBoxing Promotion now put in. We fight for it. People from Lagos thought it that no, Ibadan is not big enough to host such the event of such magnitude. And we're trying to tell them that we are not local in Ibadan. Their belief is like Ibadan is local, one brown roof area, there's nothing to offer. And we are like, look, but the origin of box started from Ibadan. The best of the best boxers today, the origin is from Ibadan. Dele Jonathan of a blessed memory, trained in Ibadan before he became intercontinental champion. He fought in Ibadan. He trained in Ibadan before he moved down to Lagos, then before he traveled down to Spain. So we are trying to tell the rest of the world that we are capable enough to handle an event as big as this. So I want to return all the glory back to God. It is God's doing. No man can tell.
Okay, it is God's grace. No man can tell. So next week Sunday at the largest sports results, we'll be having that fight. What time? What time particular is the fight starting? We're going to be hearing so more.
Yes, the show will start by 4 to the glory of God because we are having additional 6-7 bouts for the night. It's not only one that's going to fight. The Dome will fight a boxer from Cote d'Ivoire. We have another fighter, Ibadan boy, but based in Lagos. Fijabi will be fighting a boxer from Benin Republic, and a couple with local boxers from Ibadan. Yes, it's going to be an explosive night. It's going to be an exciting night. It's going to be a great night that Ibadan would live to tell many, many years after. So I'm using this medium to thank everybody from all our sons who have supported from one way or the other. I want to thank God for especially Engineer Dr. Engineer Kanusi of Ilaji Farm and the Resort, or your state government, and as many people that have supported one way or the other. I want to say thank you to everyone.
Hello? 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 The network. And then we are just reaching towards the end when that went off, definitely. And of course, we've heard so much from Shola Ford, talking about the light featherweight super fight coming up next week, Sunday, right here in the city of Ibadan. And of course, Ridwan Oyikola against Matteo Lucas from Argentina. I mean, what should we expect? He has spoken a lot.
Yes, Shola Ford has been able to take us through all the processes they went through to ensure that this one will go down live in the ancient city of Ibadan. And of course, if you look at the records now, talking about the records of the Argentine, I mean, he has 7 wins in 10 fights. I mean, 6 by KOs. Fantastic record for him. 1 draw and 2 losses. For Ridwan Oyekola, in his 7 fights so far, he has 5 wins, 4 by KO, 1 draw and 1 loss, and he's placed number 2.
Hello.
I think it's back. Hello. Yeah. Quickly.
Yeah.
That's one is up.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. Cool. So until next week Sunday, we're expecting victory for Ridwan. For Ridwan, definitely next week.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I have to say a very big thank you, Shola, for joining us live on Personals 106.7 FM.
All right.
And we wish Ridwan all the best next weekend.
I can't come to feature in a live program at your studio, but I'm giving you the assurance that as soon as we conclude this event, definitely you have me. I'll be there all live.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Shola Ford.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you. Yeah. Bye-bye.
So Idris, quickly.
Yes, like I was saying earlier on.
You're reading out the statistics.
Yes, I said Shola Ford has been able to, lead us into how they went about the planning and all of that to ensure that this one will go down live in the ancient city of Ibadan. And again, if you look at the statistics now for the Argentine, in his 10 fights, he has 7 wins, of course, 6 by KOs, 1 draw and 2 losses, while Ahun Ridwan Scorpion Oyikola has 5 wins, 4 KOs there, 1 draw and 1 loss. And as we speak, Ridwan is placed number 2 in the African ranking. So meaning that if you go, by that statistics, that definitely, just like Shola Ford said earlier on, the Argentine, I think he has an upper hand. I mean, going by the statistics, but of course, boxing, you cannot at all times. The statistics don't have its way every time. So it's just statistics, and of course, anything can play. But I believe so much in the tactics and confidence of Ridwan Oyekola. I saw him once, and the manner at which he was displaying his talent and all of them at that night. I mean, you want to believe in him, just like Shola Ford was boasting of victory to come December 27, right there at the Ilaji Resort. So Raymond, I think we can just be hopeful that Ridwan Oyekola Scorpion will do us proud. I mean, he's from Ibadan here, and we just have to rally around him to support him. And I think it's going to be big, just like Shola Ford said. It's going to be big because it's over 57 years.
Over 57 years, we're having a world bout
in the city of Ibadan. So it's going to be big, particularly just like you were even asking him that why not Lagos, why not Port Harcourt?
Exactly. I mean, Abuja? You look at it.
Why Ibadan this time around? I mean, it's going to be very, very exciting.
Okay, it's going to be very, very exciting. And of course, next week, Sunday, Ridwan Oyekola against Matteo Lucas from Argentina, a light featherweight super fight right there in your state, definitely. And of course, we can just wish our own the very best. I mean, get this done. And of course, it's going to be a super fight. We're going to have more than 6, 7 bouts on the card. I mean, to support that one as well. Coming about that. Of course, we talked about boxing. So that was his promoter we spoke to, Shola Ford, definitely. We move straight coming down to, okay, we are in your state already. So let's quickly round up the program. We didn't want everything happening in your state. During the week, there was athletics, championship, right there, Dr. Friday or Ghana, but I want to pick it from basketball now. It's presently going down right there at the, Lagos Alami Stadium and Damasigba. The basketball court, talking about the popular ticket by ticket 2020 edition are going down. Of course, it started yesterday. We had under 15 mix, and of course, we had the male category as well. And of course, so much have happened. A lot of results I might not be able to reel out this time around because there's no way I could just. There are so many matches. according to Mr. Tunde Ogbola, who is the convener, they're going to have in total close to 160 something games in 3 days, and we've seen team played back and forth. 4 courts are being used just to get things done. As fast as possible. And of course, as I said, when I talk about results, it's not what I can just reel out. But then yesterday, the mix, we had the third place match, went down to the semi-finals. The finals will be coming tomorrow. But the third place match, so the Hope Dreams beating the JGD Queens 14-13 to take away the third prize, the third place. Our position, of course. Why? Definitely tomorrow, which will be the final. We'll see of the under 15 mix. We'll see champion who pass against our page who pass. Tomorrow. But then we had a lot of people talking yesterday as well. We have to just listen to 1, 2, 3 before on the show this afternoon. We've got the man behind the whole thing himself, the brain behind the whole, the brain behind the propeller basketball, talking about Mr. Tunde Ogbola, who is also the director of training right there at the Oyo State Sports Council. And of course, he spoke yesterday as well. Quickly, let us hear what he got to say about yesterday's about the tournament.
We have Oyo State basketball can display their skills and probably see club that can pick them up for next season.
So it's according to him, it's a platform that could see clubs picking up guys for next season. Of course, basketball start the following year. So if you have them, possibly scouts coming on board, pick 1 or 2 players, and of course, take them to the high ground.
Yeah, of course, that's what you expect in tournaments like this, particularly when it's designed for youth, to come and showcase their talent, to come and show what they've got to the whole world. And it's a pretty much some sort of development that we can just key into as far as nurturing of talent is concerned in Oyo State. You notice that apart from it, we have always been saying is that this is the only way by which we can develop ourselves sport-wise in this country. You know that when you have tournaments organized for youth like this, particularly the age grade ones, the under 14, 17, 16, and definitely you've got to know who are talented. Like I was saying, I even saw one that have issues with one hand and all of that. And this guy did fantastically.
One hand is short.
Yeah, one hand is shorter. The one is longer. And you want to say that what even gave him the confidence that he can even partake in this one?
I need to see.
And again, I saw him and I was like, wow. In fact, when I saw him, I was like, can he really do this? And at the end of the day, I saw what this guy was able to do. He was able to, he pulled people to himself.
Definitely.
To himself, rather. And that is the exact, confidence level that you expect from an athlete. The confidence must be there. That's the most important thing. If you want to become a very great athlete, the confidence must be there. And that is what these guys have been able to do.
That is what this guy will be able to do. Of course, the vice chairman of the basketball, Barrister Lamola, also spoke yesterday. And of course, he was mostly happy, even with the under 15.
You can see the sign of improvement from previous tournaments, especially the under 15 side. It shows that Oyo State definitely has a bright future. This is some really exciting matches in the under 15 category. So far so good. It's been great.
And so far so good. It's been great for Barrister Damola Woshika, who feels like, including the under 15, mix the under 15 boys and girls were is a form of improvement. Last year it was just mainly the senior boys, the male, the adult, but this time around under 15 was being introduced. And of course, just like to echo his word, also was the basketball head coach right there in Oyo State, Coach Taige, who also said that the start of the competition is high, and he even enjoyed the under 15 more. Let's just listen to what he got to say.
As you can see, the standard of play this year is very high. Unlike last year, the competition is just for the big guys, but this year we have to include the junior ones into the competition. As we all witnessed today, the competition for the junior ones was so super. I even enjoyed their own game more than the big guys playing. That shows that we have a lot of talent in Oyo State that we can tap from. And we were so.
That shows we have a lot of talent. He said he enjoyed the under 15, and there was a particular, young basketballer that I saw yesterday actually. Who, Bolu. He said he's been playing for the past 2-3 years, and sir, guy, talented. Oh boy, this guy
really
not that at all. The guy should be in. I look at it, it can be beyond GSS 2.
Can you imagine?
But fantastic.
Yeah, really, that's something that you cannot compromise. We know that we have a lot of talent all over, not only in Ibadan, all over. But the problem is, how do we spot them? How do we locate them? How do we develop them? How do we nurture them when we even spot them? That's the problem. And thank God for tournaments like this, the Propeller. They have been able to come up with an idea, very, very brilliant idea of nurturing the talent we've got in the city of Ibadan. This time around, in fact, I'm more impressed because this is not football. This is basketball. This is basketball. And it shows that we are ready to take sport to another level in Oyo State. Many years back, the focus has always been football. But this time around, we're having basketball now. Don't forget Dr. Isaac Friday Ogaga championship just ended
also
right
during
the University
week
of Ibadan. It ended during the week, and that was athletics, and meaning that quite a number of stakeholders that look. We have to do something, and we are ready to do something to ensure that we lift sport up once again in the ancient city of Ibadan and Oyo State in general.
And Oyo State in general, definitely. And of course, just away from that, of course, games are still on right there at the Lake Salami Stadium, right there, talking about the popular 3x3 championship is still on currently. And of course, we end tomorrow when we're going to have all the finals. Okay, moving forward quickly. On Tuesday, I think quickly let's just talk about the Friday Organa. Also, I witnessed a certain guy, a young man. It should be in primary school or GS1. He ran a race the first day, and do you know what happened? Somebody came to that pitch, Oliver Field. He bought spike. On seeing the guy, he ran with his bare foot. He did so much impressive, and he was gifted a spike immediately. It was the talk of the day on the very first day. Fantastic. You need to see this. Young guns pulling the weight, pulling the strings. You look at, don't tell me talent, no, the talent day.
Yeah, Raymond, it's just that we can say a lot. We can say a lot as far as this is concerned in the city of Ibadan. In the olden days, we got to know that it was through media like this that people got to showcase their talent, and they were picked. From there, we can always make reference to football when we're talking about development of talent, nurturing of talent in Oyo State here, where the likes of, a lot of people that we cannot begin to mention names now, actually started from this level, grassroots. That's what they call it, grassroots, and many of them are now world champions in their respective fields. You can talk about basketball, football. Just look at Anthony Joshua now. I know many people will not want to listen to me say this, but then it's just the reality. Whether Anthony Joshua started in the UK, whether he started in Nigeria, everything, all we know is the fact that this guy is a Nigerian, whether we like it or not.
Definitely, it's a Nigerian. So, from Ogun State, Shagamu from Ogun State.
And the fact that, sometimes people people are very quick to say that Nigeria did not give him that platform to showcase himself, to show himself to the world. But then he has come out to even rule that out that, look, Nigeria did not shun me, but I followed my heart. And that was what I did as far as the 2012 Olympics is concerned in London. Not that Nigeria actually rejected me. I followed my heart.
Okay, following the heart. So the Dr. Falazi Kogade also so many results definitely from different angles. 400 meter boys under 17, we saw under 11, we saw the 400 meters men, we saw the mixed relay, and a lot of results that I will not be able to read. But then the most important was talent was discovered. And of course there was cash prizes, and of course educational materials for the underage, definitely, just to encourage them, of course. And according to Dr. Fadi Ogada, it will be Southwest come next year. It won't just be us, it will be Southwest come next year. This kind of thing, of course, to discover talent. As the last one before we go, the GSM table tennis. It seems to be a loaded December.
Yeah, it's a loaded December, actually. Don't forget Honorable Wumi. Yeah, I think I got that correct.
Tobio
Wumi has come out to say that, look, this one, of course, is the maiden edition of its kind. Don't forget, it's going to start December
24.
Yeah, 22.
Registration ended yesterday. And of course, from 22, then we'll be seeing actions. 96 athletes have been expected. The veteran, over 60, the pro, of course, the professionals as well, and of course the under 14. Now that's what I was speaking with the chairman of your state tennis, Mr. Akin Ebi, saying he was much more interested in the under 14.
And that's why I said that I think stakeholders are beginning to rise up to the occasion as far as development of talent of Ibadan. Now we're talking about the propeller basketball tourney also going down right there at Adamasingba, your state sport complex, and we can talk about the fact that many of talent have been sports now, and that's the most important thing at this stage, because we need athletes to represent Oyo State in international competitions. In fact, I got to know that just like you said, I got to know that some guys have been spotted already, and I think we can just go from here to develop them. I mean, to maybe turn them to stars. Yeah, I mean, we can do that.
Okay, maybe turn them to stars, and of course, we can do that. That is the essence of having all these competitions. Of course, Chef Chena Idris, I'm just saying, I'll be on the show this afternoon, and of course, because the news is coming by 1 p.m.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me on the program, Raymond. Of course,
thanks to everyone that have listened to us this very wonderful afternoon. Until next time, I will come your way again next week, Saturday on Sport Day. I used to say Sport is live, always endeavor to express. Many thanks to my producer, about today. I mean, see tomorrow, 3 p.m. on Sport. Also, I say, have a lovely